We see it everywhere. The glowing photos of new mothers cradling their newborns with joy. What we don't see is the raw, unfiltered reality of postpartum recovery. Behind the curated images lies a silent struggle that many women face. This is the story no one talks about, the side of motherhood that's often hidden from view. It's time to break the silence and shed light on the untold truth of postpartum recovery. The world celebrates the arrival of a newborn, showering the new mother with congratulations and well wishes. Yet, amidst the flurry of excitement, the mother often finds herself grappling with a new reality. The physical pain, the emotional roller coaster, and the overwhelming fatigue paint a starkly different picture from the picture-perfect image of motherhood. Society often portrays postpartum recovery as a brief period of physical healing, a 6-week window before a woman bounces back to her pre-baby self. This misleading narrative fails to capture the complexity of the postpartum experience, minimizing the profound transformations taking place within a woman's body and mind. It's a journey that demands patience, self-compassion, and a deep understanding of the profound changes occurring within. The phrase bouncing back is often used casually when discussing postpartum recovery. We hear about celebrities who seem to effortlessly regain their pre-baby bodies weeks after giving birth, perpetuating the unrealistic expectation that all women should experience a swift and seamless return to normal. This pressure to bounce back can be incredibly damaging, leaving new mothers feeling inadequate if their bodies and minds don't recover on this arbitrary timeline. The truth is, there's no such thing as bouncing back after childbirth. Instead of striving for an unattainable ideal, we need to shift the conversation towards embracing the journey of postpartum recovery, with all its complexities and individual variations. Comparing oneself to others can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. While the physical changes of pregnancy are visible, the internal transformations taking place postpartum are often overlooked. It's not merely about the body healing from labor and delivery, it's about a complete physiological overhaul. Hormones, responsible for regulating everything from mood to metabolism, are in flux. The uterus, which housed and nurtured a growing baby for 9 months, begins the process of shrinking back to its pre-pregnancy size. This period of immune system recalibration can make new mothers more susceptible to infections and illnesses, highlighting the importance of prioritizing self-care. The notion that postpartum recovery takes a mere 6 weeks is a pervasive and potentially harmful myth. While this time frame might mark the end of the immediate postpartum period, it barely scratches the surface of the body's journey back to a new normal. Physically, hormonally, and emotionally, full recovery can take months, even years. The 6-week postpartum checkup should be viewed as a checkpoint rather than a finish line. It's an opportunity to discuss any ongoing concerns with a healthcare provider and adjust expectations about the recovery process. Pregnancy is a time of immense hormonal shifts, preparing the body to nurture and grow a new life. But the hormonal journey doesn't end with childbirth. In fact, the postpartum period brings about its own dramatic symphony of hormonal changes, often described as a roller coaster ride for a reason. One of the most significant changes is the plummeting levels of estrogen and progesterone, hormones that were elevated throughout pregnancy. This sudden drop can contribute to a range of postpartum experiences, from mood swings and tearfulness to night sweats and vaginal dryness. This intricate interplay of hormones creates a unique physiological landscape for each postpartum woman. The uterus, a remarkable organ that housed and nurtured a growing life for 9 months, embarks on its own incredible journey after childbirth. From the moment the baby is born, the uterus begins to contract, a process known as involution, gradually shrinking back to its pre-pregnancy size. This process, while natural, is not without its challenges. The hormone oxytocin, released during breastfeeding, stimulates uterine contractions, promoting its return to its pre-pregnancy state. While involution typically takes several weeks, the uterus continues to shrink gradually over several months. This process, though largely invisible, is a testament to the body's remarkable capacity for healing and adaptation. The immune system undergoes a delicate dance during pregnancy. To accommodate the growing fetus, the mother's immune system adapts, modulating its response to prevent rejection while still protecting against infections. After childbirth, as the body returns to its non-pregnant state, the immune system embarks on a critical mission: recalibration. As the immune system recalibrates, it can temporarily leave the body more vulnerable to infections. It's crucial for new mothers to be aware of this delicate period and prioritize self-care to support their immune system's return to full strength. The arrival of a newborn brings a symphony of new sounds and sensations, none more relentless than the baby's cries for attention, particularly in the depths of the night. Sleep, once a cherished sanctuary, becomes fragmented, elusive, and often replaced by a hazy state of semi-consciousness. New mothers quickly learn that sleep deprivation is not merely an inconvenience, it's a formidable opponent, silently chipping away at their physical and emotional reserves. The demands of a newborn leave little room for uninterrupted sleep, particularly in the early weeks and months. Recognizing and addressing sleep deprivation is not a luxury, it's a vital component of postpartum recovery. The postpartum period is often portrayed as a time of unadulterated joy and blissful bonding with the newborn. While those feelings are certainly real and powerful, they often coexist with a complex undercurrent of emotions that can take new mothers by surprise. Hormonal fluctuations, coupled with the life-altering adjustments of motherhood, can create a perfect storm for emotional turbulence. It's not uncommon for new mothers to experience a range of emotions, from elation and gratitude to vulnerability and a sense of loss of identity. These emotional fluctuations are a normal part of the postpartum experience, and acknowledging them without judgment is crucial for navigating this new terrain. While the joy of welcoming a newborn often overshadows the physical realities of childbirth, pain can linger long after labor and delivery, casting a shadow over the early days and weeks of motherhood. From the healing wounds of childbirth to the aches and pains of breastfeeding and carrying a newborn, pain can become an unwelcome companion on the postpartum journey. The most common sources of postpartum pain include incisional pain from a cesarean birth or episiotomy, uterine contraction as the uterus shrinks back to its pre-pregnancy size, breast engorgement and soreness, and back pain from carrying and feeding a newborn. While some degree of discomfort is to be expected, persistent or worsening pain should never be ignored. It's essential for new mothers to communicate openly with their healthcare providers about their pain levels and explore available pain management options. The 6-week postpartum checkup, a cornerstone of postnatal care, is often misconstrued as a finish line for recovery. New mothers eagerly anticipate this appointment, envisioning it as a green light to resume their pre-pregnancy lives, complete with strenuous workouts, unrestricted activities, and perhaps even a celebratory glass of wine. However, clinging to this arbitrary 6-week time frame can be misleading and potentially detrimental to a woman's long-term well-being. While the most evident physical changes might have subsided by 6 weeks postpartum, the body is still undergoing significant internal healing and hormonal rebalancing. The 6-week checkup should be viewed as a progress report, a valuable opportunity to discuss any lingering concerns with a healthcare provider and receive personalized guidance for the journey ahead. It's a time for honest conversations about expectations, limitations, and the importance of listening to your body's cues. As the body embarks on the extraordinary journey of postpartum recovery, providing it with the right nutrients becomes paramount. Food is not merely sustenance during this time, it's a powerful tool for replenishing depleted reserves, supporting tissue repair, and fueling the physical and emotional demands of new motherhood. Yet, amidst the whirlwind of caring for a newborn, proper nutrition often takes a back seat. Protein, essential for tissue repair and hormone production, should be a cornerstone of every meal. Iron, depleted during childbirth, is crucial for replenishing red blood cells and combating fatigue. Staying adequately hydrated is equally important, as fluids help transport nutrients, flush out toxins, and support breast milk production. Movement and motherhood, finding the balance in postpartum exercise. The desire to regain physical fitness and shed pregnancy weight is understandable, often fueled by societal pressures and the longing to recognize oneself in the mirror. However, approaching exercise in the postpartum period requires a delicate balance between honoring the body's need for healing and gradually rebuilding strength and stamina. Pushing too hard, too soon, can hinder recovery, increase the risk of injury, and lead to feelings of frustration and discouragement. Imagine a bridge undergoing repairs after a storm. While engineers assess the damage and begin the rebuilding process, it's crucial to proceed with caution, allowing time for the structure to stabilize before reopening it to heavy traffic. Similarly, the postpartum body needs time to heal and rebuild before engaging in strenuous activities. High-impact exercises, heavy lifting, and intense cardio workouts can put undue stress on a body still recovering from childbirth. Instead of focusing on calorie burning and rapid weight loss, prioritize gentle, restorative movements that promote healing, strengthen core muscles, and improve circulation. Walking, swimming, and postpartum-specific yoga or Pilates classes are excellent options for gradually easing back into exercise. Listen to your body's cues, respect pain signals, and avoid exercises that cause discomfort or increase pelvic floor pressure. The arrival of a newborn is often heralded as a time of unparalleled joy, a sentiment reinforced by societal expectations and the idealized images of motherhood that permeate our culture. Yet, beneath the surface of celebration and new beginnings, a silent struggle can take root, casting a long shadow over the postpartum experience. Postpartum depression, a mood disorder that affects a significant number of women after childbirth, is often cloaked in shame and silence, leaving new mothers feeling isolated and ill-equipped to navigate its complexities. Imagine carrying an invisible weight, a heavy cloak of sadness, anxiety, and exhaustion that drapes over your shoulders, unseen by the outside world. This is the burden of postpartum depression, a condition that extends far beyond the baby blues, a transient period of mood swings and tearfulness that typically resolves within a few weeks after delivery. PPD, in contrast, is characterized by persistent and intense feelings of sadness, hopelessness, anxiety, and guilt that can interfere with a mother's ability to care for herself or her baby. The symptoms of PPD can manifest in various ways, making it challenging to recognize and diagnose. Some women experience a pervasive sense of sadness and emptiness, losing interest in activities they once enjoyed. Others are plagued by intrusive thoughts, anxiety, and panic attacks, often accompanied by feelings of inadequacy and guilt. The stigma surrounding mental health issues, particularly in the context of motherhood, often prevents women from seeking help, perpetuating a cycle of silence and suffering. As we've explored the multifaceted challenges of postpartum recovery, it becomes clear that nurturing the mind is just as crucial as tending to the physical body. The postpartum period is a time of immense transition, marked by hormonal fluctuations, sleep deprivation, and the overwhelming demands of caring for a newborn. These factors, while a natural part of the motherhood journey, can create fertile ground for mental health challenges. Prioritizing mental well-being is not a luxury, it's an essential aspect of postpartum recovery, empowering women to thrive as they navigate the transformative experience of motherhood. Imagine a garden flourishing under the care of an attentive gardener. Tender seedlings are protected from harsh weather, provided with ample sunlight and water, and nurtured with patience and understanding. Similarly, cultivating mental wellness during the postpartum period requires a multifaceted approach, encompassing self-care practices, social support, and professional guidance when needed. One of the most powerful tools in a new mother's arsenal is self-compassion. The pressure to embody the image of the perfect mother can be overwhelming, leading to feelings of inadequacy and self-criticism. Embracing self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a dear friend, acknowledging that it's okay to not have all the answers and to ask for help when needed. Simple acts of self-care, such as taking a warm bath, reading a book, or enjoying a few moments of quiet reflection, can work wonders in replenishing depleted emotional reserves. The journey of postpartum recovery is not linear, nor is it defined by a specific time frame or a checklist of milestones. It is a deeply personal experience, unique to each woman who embarks upon it. The physical, emotional, and mental transformations that unfold during this time are profound, requiring patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to release preconceived notions of what it means to bounce back. True recovery lies not in erasing the marks of motherhood, but in embracing the journey with all its complexities and emerging as a stronger, more resilient version of oneself. Imagine a tapestry woven with threads of various textures and colors, some vibrant and bold, others soft and subdued. Each thread represents an aspect of the postpartum experience: the joys, the challenges, the triumphs, and the tears. Together they create an intricate and beautiful work of art, a testament to the transformative power of motherhood. Postpartum recovery is not about achieving a state of perfection, but about honoring the process of healing, growth, and self-discovery. It is time to rewrite the narrative surrounding postpartum recovery, to shift the focus from external expectations to internal well-being. It is about listening to your body's wisdom, honoring its need for rest and nourishment, and celebrating the incredible feat it has accomplished in bringing new life into the world. It is about embracing the emotional roller coaster, seeking support when needed, and recognizing that vulnerability and strength can coexist. The journey of motherhood, from pregnancy and childbirth to the postpartum period and beyond, is a profound metamorphosis, a transformation that extends far beyond the physical realm. It is a journey of self-discovery, of confronting limitations and unearthing hidden reserves of strength and resilience. It is a journey of expanding one's capacity for love, empathy, and compassion, not only for a new life, but also for oneself. The postpartum period, often overshadowed by the arrival of the newborn, is a crucial chapter in this ongoing transformation, a time for healing, growth, and the emergence of a new identity. Imagine a caterpillar undergoing metamorphosis within the confines of a cocoon. What appears to be a period of stillness and seclusion is, in reality, a time of intense transformation, a breaking down and rebuilding of cells, a complete restructuring of form and function. Similarly, the postpartum period, while often perceived as a time of confinement and recovery, is actually a period of profound internal growth and change. As a mother navigates the physical and emotional challenges of the postpartum period, she's also undergoing a profound psychological shift. Her priorities realign, her sense of self expands to encompass her new role, and her worldview is forever altered by the experience of bringing new life into the world. This metamorphosis is not always easy or straightforward. It can be messy, challenging, and at times overwhelming. But it is within this crucible of change that true strength and resilience are forged.